Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia, and today I'm here to film something a little bit different, which is my gradebook setup in my Erin Condren teacher planner. So this is a lot bigger to give you some scale. Right, the life planner is 7 by 9. This is 8.5 by 11. This is one of her older, I think she calls it Keep It Together bands or something. It's the elastic. With the older version of the logo. What I'm not going to do is flip all the way through this because it has my identifying information as well as student identifying information. But what I am going to do is just flip to the gradebook pages, which are my favorite parts of the Erin Condren teacher planner, actually. Let me actually close it for a second just to show you. This is a lot thinner than the teacher planner that you get when you purchase from her site. I took out all of the calendars, all of the lesson planning pages, and kind of Franken-plannered this. So what's left are gradebook pages. I have, there's a few identifying things I can't show you. I did leave in the graph paper. I did put in some dot grid pages from a notebook, I think. And then there are some, this was from an Erin Condren dot grid notebook. This was from the teacher planner, the Year at a Glance, which you see I don't use. But I thought it was just too pretty not to keep it. There are a few notes pages. This one got a little messed up here that I haven't used. I do have these really cute stickers from Michaels. They look like number or letters on a chalkboard. And then at the back, I have some stickers, a dashboard, a plan for it pouch. These I think are from Michaels that I put in with a coil clip and the back. So this is really, really streamlined. I love the new way they've set up the teacher planner so that it's dated, but I still think it might not serve my needs the way I plan for an academic year as a college professor. So what I'm going to do this year, and if you're interested in seeing it, please leave me a comment and I will film it, is I bought the record book, the Erin Condren record book, and I think I'm going to take this clip off for right now so that it lies flatter. I'm going to actually use an Erin Condren 3-ring binder and kind of make my own teacher planner for 2019. Her planners start either in June or in January. And the June one doesn't work for me because my summer classes start in May. So I would have, they start in July. Her planners start in July. And I have classes that start in May and classes that start in June. So I need a calendar year. And I bought the record book thinking it was going to be all these gradebook pages, which are my very favorite, but it's not just that. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to use Erin Condren materials to record grades and do lesson planning as a college professor next year, please leave me a comment or shoot me a direct message and I will be happy to walk you through that process. Now, for the checklist pages, these are, I think, just beautiful. I think they're gorgeous. They do have a fold line. I don't cut because I would lose all these columns, which I like them. I wish that Erin Condren had this is a rose gold coil, by the way. I wish she had a coiled book of just gradebook pages. That would be amazing because they're my favorite part of the Erin Condren teacher planner. They're the part that's most useful to me. So that's what I have left. And as pretty as this is, I still like to make it prettier with washi. Now right here, under this little pink piece of pink, which you see on every page, it's a little piece of pink washi. It actually used to say emergency kit or emergency something. And I covered that over so that I could use it as a place to record grades. But what I do is I am teaching 4 classes this summer, one of which is a combined section. I have 3 gradebook pages left. And then, I don't use this either, but this page was so pretty. I wanted to keep it. I record all of my assignments. There go the puppies. On these, and I think they're just lovely. There's enough that between writing assignments, discussion posts, papers, and exams. I can fit all of the summer assignments in my online classes here. So the first class I'm going to do in pink. And I have this really light pink, which I think is this up here. I have this pink floral and then these little pink like scissors. So this won't be a super long video. And I may talk through the first one and then speed through the next two because I use the same decorative process on each. But let me show you. I'm gonna, again, flip this over. If you've watched any of my Plan With Me's, you know that I have an easier time with washi, and that's bumping into the tripod, but I have to get it all in frame. I have an easier time putting washi in when it is upside down. So, okay. So what I do, because my classes are capped at 20 in the summertime in the online classes, I do block off the top 3 lines. I think there are 30 lines. Hang on, let's see, let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 30. Yeah, there's 36 lines, so potentially 36 students, which I fortunately do not have classes that big. There also is writing on the other side, and there's very little shadowing, very little ghosting. You might see a little bit if you look really, really close, but the paper here, this is not even the new paper, the new Mohawk 80 pound, I think it's 80 pound text weight. This is the old paper, and this stuff holds up super duper well. I use Stettler porous point, ultra fine point markers. That's what I use to record my grades, and the planner takes it, or the record book, I guess is what it is. The record, there's no bleed through. If you were to use a Sharpie, it would bleed through, of course, because that's a permanent marker. But if you're using like a Pilot G2 or a paper writing Joy Gel or a Stettler, none of that is going to bleed through on you. And then my washi here is really pretty. It's like a rose watercolor. And I think I'm going to start on this side just so that it looks continuous. There really isn't an up or down because the flowers face in both directions. That's a little too far. Hang on. I will overlap a little bit of that pink because I don't want to lose a third line, especially in that double section, right? I've never had that double section be full. And if it is, I'll have to pull up my washi. But that'll be okay. I'm not really all that worried about it. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Right, it's really, really not a whole lot of, it's not a whole lot of work, but it makes such a cute little pop of difference on a page that's already quite lovely to begin with. Okay. You know what? I guess, did I last time? Yeah, I did. Okay, guys, let me pause for a second. I don't know what I was thinking. Last time I went all the way across. It's not like there's anything I'm going to write up here. So let me just add a little bit of this pink. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why that looked weird, and what it was is I forgot that I went all the way over. Now I have in the past also run like a little bead of thin washi right down that cut line, but that does make it harder to fold over. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. And then along the bottom, I have this, it's just got little scissors and a cut line, and it's not floral, it doesn't match perfectly, but the color is spot on. And I do like just a little bit of color along the bottom. I don't like the washi to match necessarily. So my nails are super short. Get that started. Okay. And then I just do the same thing down here. I run it right along the bottom. I do use up the last line in the, ooh, that's pretty sheer. Okay, hold on a second. What I'm gonna do actually is line this up so that the little line in the middle of the washi runs across the bottom. Oh, that's super cute. Yeah, that looks like a teacher would have, doesn't it? Okay. And I do something similar all the time, which the result is after a while, I did get the Gradebook, by the way, or the teacher planner with the 28 checklist pages. So that means that when you look at it sideways, you can see that it does bulk up a little bit there. There is, you can probably see it right there. That does happen, but it's okay because that is pretty. So I'm going to do the same thing for my next two classes. I have a green section and a blue section, and I will probably speed through that because it's the same exact process. I do this something similar every time. And even though my grades are recorded in our online system, I still like a paper grade book as well. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I will come back at the end. Okay, so now that the washi installation is concluded, you can see the finished product, right? It's really, there's not a whole lot here. What I will probably do where it says student checklist, I usually find an old Erin Condren sticker or just even a plain label and cover this up, and I write down the class, the year, the semester, and the time, right? So I put that there. I do list the students by name, right? I put the students down here. I put the assignments across the top. And sometimes if I'm going to divide between categories, I might use like a little bead of super duper thin glitter or metallic washi just to separate the sections, like discussion posts, writing assignments, essays, just to make it cleaner. But then I do the same thing in all of my classes, and I find this to be really, really, really pretty. I guess what I could do is show you a page without student names. Okay, here's another one that I like the way this came out, and I guess I'm kind of a creature of habit. I did use some of the same colors without even meaning to, but I had run the washi here, washi across the bottom, and you can see in this case, it ran from red to pink, and then same thing repeated over here. But I really like the way this turns out. These are the Staedtler Ultra Fine Points. They don't bleed through, and I think that I really like this. I like doing this. It doesn't take that long, as you see. Most of this has been me flipping through it, which I will have edited out by the time you see it. But it does look really pretty. It is really kind of delightful to just to touch the paper. It's so nice. And even though I do put my grades in electronically, it is nice when I'm meeting with a student to be able to say, oh, here are the days you were absent. Here are what your quiz scores are looking like. Here's what you're doing on your writing assignments, right? It is kind of nice to be able to just have this, and they admire its beautifulness as well. So I hope this is useful for you. Let me go back to the new semester. What I also do with my pages as an FYI is I clip them all together so that the new semester, right, when I go to open my gradebook, let me not show you my personal information. This was the holiday page. I did go kind of washi crazy up here, which there was a little tear. I was hiding it. And I have, if I had put happy birthdays in here, I just liked this. I thought it was pretty. But then now I flip right to the current semester. I usually throw my ruler back here in the back, just in case I want it, not because I'm really marking a page, but in case I want to use it to line through something, or if a student drops, I line through them. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, or want more information about how I use Erin Condren in my teaching life, please leave those comments down below. The new teacher planner is just launched last week, so if you're earlier this week, I guess it was. So if you're looking to try something like this, they are available right now. They do have 2 free gifts, some labels and some gel pens. And I want one, I really do. I think it's beautiful, but I think I'm gonna hold off and use up the record books that I bought in the way I'm imagining using them. And if you wanna see that, please leave me a message about that. I will be happy to film that use for you. So I do have my unique Erin Condren referral link down below. If you are interested in Erin Condren and have never ordered from her before, if you use that link, it will save you $10 off your first order. It will save me $10 off my next order when your order ships. And if you have never purchased anything, you don't have to use it to buy a teacher planner or a life planner. You can use it to buy stickers if you want to. But if that's something you're interested in, I will go ahead and include that down below. I'll include a link to the new teacher planner so that if you are interested in looking through it or looking at it or using something similar in your own teaching planning, I'll link to that for you. So thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.